On October 23rd, 1819, the Pioneer Company of ABCFM, which stands for the American Board of Commissioners for Foreign Missions, missionaries from the Northeast U.S. set sail on the Thaddeus for the Hawaiian Islands. The journey around the Horn to Hawaii was a significant undertaking for the missionaries, requiring a 5-month sea voyage from New England. The missionaries, led by Hiram Bingham, arrived in Hawaii on April 4, 1820, marking the beginning of their mission to spread Christian teachings to the native Hawaiians. The voyage was not only tedious but also dangerous, as the missionaries faced an isolated life among Hawaiians whose culture they knew little of. Despite the challenges, the missionaries were driven by the conviction that non-Christians face an eternity in hell unless they could pluck just one soul from the burning flames. Their efforts to impose American values and practices on Hawaiian converts ultimately undermined the indigenous people's capacity to resist U.S. domination of their economy and government. These are the passengers of the Thaddeus. These included 2 ordained preachers, Hiram Bingham and his wife Sybil, and Asa Thurston and his wife Lucy. Asa Thurston was a significant figure in the early Christian missionary work in Hawaii. He was part of the first company of American Christian missionaries to the Hawaiian Islands. Working alongside his wife, Lucy Goodale Thurston, Thurston built churches and schools and was one of the first to translate the Bible into the Hawaiian language. He also explored the islands and viewed the volcano Kilauea. His efforts are crucial in promoting education and Christianity among the Hawaiian people, and he faced challenges such as cultural resistance and conflicts with traditional practices. 2 teachers, Mr. Samuel Whitney and his wife Mercy, and also Samuel Ruggles and his wife Nancy, were passengers. Samuel Ruggles married Nancy Wells in 1819, shortly before departing with the first company of American missionaries to the Hawaiian Islands. Nancy Wells Ruggles was born in East Windsor, Connecticut, and together they became key figures in establishing missions in Hawaii, including at Waimea, Kauai, and Hilo. By 1820, Samuel and Nancy were actively engaged in missionary work. Their first child, Sarah Ruggles, was born on December 23, 1820, in Waimea, Kauai. Over the years, they had 6 children and were deeply involved in teaching and community work among the Hawaiian population. Nancy accompanied Samuel throughout their 15-year mission, returning to New England in 1834 due to Samuel's health. Nancy Wells Ruggles played a significant role in the early missionary efforts, supporting educational and religious initiatives alongside her husband. Their marriage and partnership were integral to the success of the American Board of Commissioners for Foreign Missions in Hawaii, and their family became part of the broader missionary community that shaped Hawaiian society in the early 19th century. Another passenger is the Dr. Thomas Holman and his wife, Lucia. Thomas Holman and his wife Lucia Ruggles Holman were instrumental in the early history of missionary work in Hawaii. They were the first missionaries sent by the American Board of Missionaries to the Hawaiian Islands in 1819. Their journey took them from Boston to Hawaii aboard the Thaddeus, arriving in Kailua Kona on April 4, 1820. During their time in Hawaii, they cared for both the mission members and the native population, particularly the ali'i, or Hawaiian nobility. Their medical skills were highly valued by the Hawaiian king, Kamehameha II, requested Holman to treat a close friend who was gravely ill. Despite their contributions, their relationship with the mission was strained due to internal conflicts, leading to Holman's excommunication and the eventual return of his family to the United States in 1822. Also, another passenger is a printer, Elisha Loomis, and his wife Maria. Elisha Loomis and his wife Maria Startwell were married on September 27, 1819, and they embarked on a journey to the Hawaiian Islands in 1819. They were part of the Pioneer Company of American Protestant Missionaries and played a significant role in the early education and literacy of the Hawaiian people. Their printing press was instrumental in creating the first written Hawaiian language and spelling books, which contributed to the rapid increase in literacy rates in Hawaii. The couple's efforts were recognized with a memorial page on Find a Grave, highlighting their contributions to the Hawaiian mission and their legacy in education and printing. Elisha Loomis and his wife, Maria, were integral members of the Pioneer Company of American Protestant Missionaries. They arrived in Hawaii on October 23, 1819, and were instrumental in the establishment of the first printing press in the Hawaiian Islands. This marked a significant advancement in the literacy rate among the native population. Elisha's printing skills were crucial in reducing Hawaiian to a written language, printing Hawaiian spelling books, hymnals, and tracts, and teaching native English and Hawaiian. His work laid the foundation for the Hawaiian Kingdom's literacy boom, which would later contribute to the kingdom's cultural and educational development. Another passenger is a farmer, Daniel Chamberlain, his wife Jerusha, and their 5 children. And lastly, 4 young Hawaiians. First one is Hopu, and the next one is Kanui, Honoli'i, and Humehume, who was the son of Kaumuali'i. They first sighted the islands arrived at Kauai on March 30th, 1820, and finally anchored at Kailua Kona April 4th, 1820. On April 11th, King Kamehameha II, or Liholiho, gave the missionaries permission to stay. They set up a mission station in Kailua Kona. The Honolulu contingent arrived on Oahu on April 19, 1820. Finally, Ruggles and Whitney took Humehume home to Kauai on May 2, 1820.